Welcome back, guys, to Tales of Arise. Well, last episode, after maximizing our bond with Lore, we headed through the portal situated on Rena to begin our confrontation with its great spirit. Coalescing into a physical form, it began its attack as we pulled back, defeating the Subsumer, only for the platform we were fighting it on to crash into the ground.
Yeah! We're both fine. We're going to start the ceremony now, before it can recover. Xion.
Yeah.
I've returned, just as I told you I would.
Hurry! The Great Spirit is reviving itself!
Xion! Absorbing the Great Spirit!
Apologies. I can't suppress it for very long.
Hand it over right now. You plan to use this to defeat the Great Spirit. Which is precisely why I'm here. Stand aside and watch. So then you know how to destroy the Great Spirit. Just as well as you and your sorry lot. The Great Spirit that tried to control me will be annihilated. I won't let you do that! Yet do it I shall. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. You bastard! I shall fulfill my duty as a ruler. With this power, I'll bury that woman and the Great Spirit. Then this charade will finally end. Save everyone. And Xion!
Silence. I'll tear you apart.
A one-on-one?
Slay the girl and the Great Spirit, and erect a fortress of death over both worlds.
What do you get from all this? When you have all that power, what will you do?
My dominion shall reign over all existence. Nothing else matters.
That's it? This is so you can rule over all existence just because?
Despicable as they were, even the other lords, even the Great Spirit had a future in mind. But you had nothing. Only death. So what?
It matters little to me. You are pathetic. Truly pathetic. And you're not. You are a failure. Empty. A sovereign who couldn't even die in his own time as he was meant to. You're right. I used to wonder why I was still alive after so long.
You control others to keep from being controlled, but that's a path of never-ending hatred. Don't you understand? It can only end in destruction. The only way to avoid it is with forgiveness! The words of a coward. Your weakness disgusts me. You're wrong. It takes true power to forgive!
I have no use for forgiveness. The strong shall always triumph here. You say that because you've been alone so long. If you had someone, anyone to turn to, a single friend, someone to love, people who...
Oh, everything I do is fire now. What the hell?
You can't have been alone your whole life. All I remember is the lashes of whips. Each strike spreading a skein of fire across my back. The masters who killed slaves for sport. And the slaves who sacrificed their compatriots that they might live. There is no love, no friendship, not there or anywhere else. Is there no way for you to see this differently? Enough! You gamble the fate of this world to save a single life, and yet I am the evil one? How utterly ridiculous. It's true. Maybe it is selfish of me to want to save her, but I swore that I would let no one else be sacrificed in this battle. I can't bear to see her die. You and I are so much more alike than I had ever imagined. No, we're not. I want a world built on kindness, on giving, on warmth. You take and destroy. I'm nothing like you. Try this! You will beg me for mercy! You picked the wrong fight!
I can't heal myself. I ran out of HP a long time ago.
Blending blast! Blending I am the true sovereign! All others shall be banished! Blending blast! Try harder! My turn!
The blazing sword.
The power Xion has bestowed upon me. I'll take you down! Infernal turret! Try this! Eat! It's over! You are the last obstacle impeding my progress! Die! That's my line! I'll show you the limits of your solitude!
They went for a spectacle.
What you've done is evil. There's no denying that. I know you didn't walk your path out of weakness, but merely from misguided strength. Misguided because you were alone. Because you had no friends to keep you on the straight and narrow. No one to use all that strength for, other than yourself. That loneliness could make a monster out of anyone. Out of me. I understand. And I forgive you, Vholran. I don't need your victor's pity. And you can choke on your vain forgiveness. Don't! You wish to save this world? To make your selfish dreams into reality? If you choose to walk that path, you You choose a path of betrayal, despair, and corruption. And in the darkness at the end, I'll be waiting for you! Vholran! I'm sorry. The Renas Alma is...
Yes. But you still possess the blazing sword. It may not be quite as strong as the Renas Alma, but nonetheless...
I can't. I would never. It would kill you!
My thorns, they're... Soon the great astral spirit will break free. And when that happens, no one will be spared. But there's still time. You can still destroy the thorns. And me with them.
But that's exactly what we've been fighting to prevent. I promised I would find a way to save you.
You did. I know. But I don't want you to die either. So please, don't let me be the end of the world.
That's it. Look! The path Dahna's energy flowed through is still open. We can use it to call out to Dahna's will!
Alphen, what are you saying?
Don't you remember? Rinwell said there was a little bit of Dahna's will inside all of us. If there is a way everyone can come together to form Dahna's will, then maybe we can ask for it to help us, to find us a way out of this.
Are you really saying that if all of Dahna thinks of saving us, it will become the will of the planet itself? That's madness.
Maybe so, but it's the only way we can save you. And the only way to save Rena, too.
To save Rena?
That's right. Rena's will never had evil intent. If we're saving everyone, that includes them. I don't want to live in a world without you, Xion. And I'm tired of living a life built on death.
Alphen, I'm with you.
Collective will of Dahna, hear my plea! I want to save Xion! And I want to save Rena too! I want to end this cycle of one joy, constantly being sacrificed for another's pain! So please, grant us your strength!
And as the planets become one, that was Tales of Arise. To address the elephant in the room from future Olizandri at this point, I substitute the music playing at this time for a different track from the game, as it is yet another licensed song from a band that is quite apt and fitting for the scenes playing out, so if you play it yourself or check it out, it's a really nice song to go with everything. Sadly, however, on checking around, I noted that a lot of Let's Plays afterwards with this section had it entirely muted, so decided better some music than silence while watching the finale. And in a bid to avoid any possible future takedown of this ending episode, this is the track we have. Speaking of our ending, however, they definitely went for a more spectacle final boss sequence. It was very story-driven with cool moments, which we also saw from Bandai Namco's other recent release, Scarlet Nexus, so it seems to be a trend of their modern direction. I will admit, I would have rather kept the in-game models playing out some of these final cutscenes and reverting to the traditional Tales anime moments, because with a new engine, everything looks so sweet and at high quality. Some of it's been amazing, like Bolseth melting. And speaking of like breaking from traditions or all that, the new engine itself helped propel the game to a completely new standard, it seems. That combat, that sweet, sweet combat. Of course, they got rid of the whole option for cooperative gameplay, which is a shame because that's been a staple of Tales for absolutely years. To just go with that kind of like more modern dodge roll style of combat, the action combat that's kind of permeating, I guess, most of JRPG-dom at the moment, because it's all going action RPG, our biggest series. Which to some might not be a good thing, to others might be great. Personally, I love the change because I did think like Tales as a whole was very much the same, and this is as close to Tales you can get while also sticking in seemingly quite a few modern sensibilities. I do wonder how Tales fans, well, like big fans of the series as a whole, actually look at Tales of Arise compared to a lot of the other entries of late. But to be honest, for the modern Tales, because you know me, I love a lot of Vesperia and Symphonia and whatnot, but for modern Tales, I'd have to say I prefer this engine, this way of like everything. This is my favourite modern Tales game already. And it is mostly, of course, carried by that absolutely crazy good combat system that is so sweet that I really would not... Well, I wouldn't find it unexpected if they just used the engine again for exactly Tales of Arise and made a Tales of Arise 2, especially with the events that are playing out here. The two planets have fully become one.
Let's go!
Let's go where? So the credits roll, and you've still got a bit more future Olizandri to talk about the game, because it's that whole let's go thing. They've come down back to Dahna or Rena or whatever it's actually called now to see a whole new world essentially awaiting for them, because with the combination of what would have been Rena's spirit, etc., or Rena's even landmass at the time, or the concept of what possibly was Rena, with alongside Lenegus, with the people problems that might still be evident in there, with what might just be entirely new landmasses created. It's a world that could be explored again. So they're saying let's go to hint at a sequel. Who knows with Tales, they could do it, they could not. And with the engine already in, you know, here, they could. We'll see. It's not like it wasn't weird enough that Tales of Xillia got a sequel, if you know what I mean. This one seems a little bit more baked in to possibly have a sequel with the way it ends. So that is a thing. However, with the OP playing at this point in time, the original OP of the game, I'm going to seek us off shortly back to the rambling Olizandri at the end of the stream for the rest of our credits. So enjoy the weird thought patterns that usually preside or end after a full Let's Play has been completed. And that's future Olizandri thanking you for watching this so far. However, there's a lot of credits to come and a lot of babbling to do. And after that, we have a post-game to start as well. So let's go back over to the old me. Crazy game. Crazy fun flowing battle. I like the fact that it was it felt shorter. I don't know if it was though, because of the way the story arcs worked, but I did kind of like the fact it was to the point. The sub-quests themselves were actually like proper quests. They weren't just little like... There were a few kill quests around the place, but you know, Tales seems to do quite well with that. And most importantly this time, it didn't seem like there was any missables, which is great. And no having to be in a certain place at a certain time to pick up a cutscene that isn't marked on the minimap or the world map at large. So you don't miss the content. It's great. Life is good. They've taken the game, I think, in better directions. Of course, one of the things that you could maybe look at as improving as a whole in the game is, to be honest, the music. That felt a little bit too stereotypical fantasy/movie, to the point where it had like leitmotifs, or if it had riffs fully from other movies, like entirely in it. Like, you cannot tell me it does not play the Back to the Future riff every so often. You know what I mean? You cannot tell me it's not playing that. So it just seems to be a bit on the side of epic movie, action movie, kind of fantasy movie kind of side of things, versus more than what I'd consider to be what I, game music. And I'm pretty much assuming that was for a reason. It was, that's what they were going for. That was what they were after. So I say that's like the one thing that it's more of a background to a lot of the other things going on. Maybe a bit of the sound mixing here and there. Some of it does sound a bit like thingy, but of course this is a COVID game production. It was delayed during COVID times as well, so gotta wonder what that affected stuff like sound, being able to do voice acting from a distance, yada yada. You gotta wonder how that might have affected things going through it. But combat, presentation on various other standpoints, absolutely beautiful. Plays like a dream. Not sure how much of that is like added PS5 brunt over PS4, but I guess those who played it on PC would be like living the absolute dream. But it was a crazy, kick-ass, cool game. Should we check what the music's like at the moment? That's what I thought. It's only going to be for the very start of that. So I'm going to redo these whole credits for YouTube. Don't mind me. But please, no more fishing. Hey, to be honest, yeah, you got to admit, once you actually got started on the fishing game, it ran really nicely. But yes, the ending was... You could feel it was contrived, but equally, at some point in time, an ending has to happen. What other ways would you suggest they reach it? They went for the spectacle, they went for the glamour, they went for the glitz. A fight that wasn't too much difficult, but was more just crazy. Again, what was somewhat a visual spectacle. Still. You kind of assumed that she'd live happily ever after, didn't you? Did you want Shion to die? That's the real question. Is that how you wanted it to end? She'd suffered enough. And that's the credits. Now we've got the post-game too, right? Or not. Don't worry. Double credits, guys! Had the dark credits, now the light credits. It's even got the credits for games that it borrowed artifacts from the looks of it as well, or other things from. Spoilers. And most importantly, scenes in the back as well that pretty much showing you how things went on from that point. This is our future of everything I see. I'm assuming that's not Notio's wedding. Kisara's just off fishing. In her casual clothes. Where is she by? Where do you think she is fishing? Is that a costume in-game or not? The fishing must continue until the end of the time, right? Who's next on the scenes? It's Law. He looks all dirty for some reason. Why? Oh, he's just beating up Asuko and saved a kid by the look of things. Good old Law. But I thought those two were going to be together. That was the thing when we did the pair attacks near the end of the game. That was the thing that was said. They were going to do things together from now on. Where's Rinwell? She might be nearby, yeah. Preparing a Thunderbolt Zap. Oh, she's studying away. With owls aplenty. The king's up in the corner. I don't know, do owls smell? I'm just thinking that room might be kind of smelly. Birds carry all kinds of weird parasites and all that, especially if they're out in the wild and all that. Wouldn't want to eat the pancakes with the bird face in them. Shion is making not porridge. He's having cooking lessons from Kisada, and Rimwell's joining in too. If I know how to cook all the food, I can eat all the food. That's what we're going with, is it? Salacious, welcome. Welcome to the channel. This must have Alphen. I want to see Alphen. I guess Alphen wouldn't be ruling Dahna. What if they were like acting like, of course, they'd be doing one the same, but of course everything got combined in the end. Hey, look! I guess Faria forgave Dohalim. Hey, Alphen's in the background there. Law as well, but I'm amazed that Faria actually did forgive him in the end, because there's a lot of time Nab's like going by absolutely hating him, and yeah, she wasn't right, but getting over that still not going to be easy. Even if you say like I forgive you, it's still not going to be easy. You've been like that one way for like God knows how long. Look, they've got a house. Alpha's be doing some woodsman type activities by the look of it. It's weird seeing Shion in that dress because it doesn't look like a Renan dress, so therefore it's like, would she wear that? They start showing us kids next. What are we gonna do? Just letters. But who's the letters from? They've truly gone far with this Tales game in the fact that they are definitely in a committed relationship. It's been a long time since we've been through the times where the characters couldn't even kiss. I remember growing up with JRPGs. You can allude to a kiss in Tales early on. You can't have a kiss, God no. That'd be crossing a line. They got married! We got like Mahava there and stuff. There's Doc. Dohalim and Kisara with each other too. Dohalim always looking in pure style. What'd she do? Explode the bouquet? Oh no, who? The owls pulled it apart. Well, at least they're happy ever after. Hey. And there we go. The game will now save your clear data. Loading this file will unlock a new quest where brand new adventures and encounters await. Note the clear data save point is right before the final battle. You've also unlocked New Game Plus mode on the title screen. New Game Plus lets you carry over your clear data into a new game. I will save my clear data. Oh, you even get like the save file, even the picture. And now we start the post game, right?